Check. 1, 2, check. Checking my microphone. Good. You look good. Let's hear yours. Do you have the, those are Meta glasses? Ray-Ban Metas?
These are Ray-Ban Metas.
Do they link to your phone? Obviously, they're linked to your phone.
Of course.
Everybody's worried about
Hola.
AI glasses.
Hola, chico.
You look good there.
Todo bien?
You look good there. Everybody's talking about trying to make the next big AI glasses. I'm like, wow, that's dumb. Just use your phone, link to your glasses. It can see. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, that's a good mix.
Part of me wonders if I have to make the I don't even want an Apple Watch, much less the glasses.
I am hyper connected.
I don't know if I'm going to have to be.
Oh, look, Captain AI needs to be super connected to everything.
But I detox from it. So I need to be able to separate myself from it. Well, Carlos, this is episode 39. This is our last episode in this room, in this studio.
And we are moving on.
You excited?
I am.
I worked my ass off on it last night till like 1:30 this morning.
That couch looks nice.
It does.
Does need greenery.
It does.
It does need greenery.
I stayed up till like 1:30 in the morning. Well, first of all, I want to ask you about this Christmas thing. We got to get through that while yours is different.
I mean, it's nothing crazy. It's just...
Why do you celebrate Christmas on a different day? You said three kings.
Three kings.
Well, how do we know it's three kings?
Who were the three wise men that went to visit Jesus
three wise
in
men.
the manger? But
It
we
just
call
says-
them the three kings.
But we didn't say three wise men. The Bible didn't say three wise men. They said they brought three gifts. They said wise men brought three gifts. We were speculating that it was three.
I think you need to check the book.
Hey, Lucy.
I don't know. It's a Hispanic tradition.
I have a question for you. Did the Bible, we'll say the King James Version, did the Bible, or any of the Bibles, did the Bible say anything about how many kings came to visit Jesus? I know, in fact, there was three gifts, but did it specify how many kings or how many wise men?
The Bible doesn't actually say there were three kings or three wise men specifically. It mentions that wise men from the east came to visit Jesus and that they brought three gifts: gold, frankincense, and
That's all I need. Thank you.
Hey, one can infer three.
I don't even know if that'll come through, but
Hey, everyone in Puerto Rico, he'll be there next week. Sick 'em.
yeah, we just assumed it's three.
That's pretty good.
It's
you got
funny.
me.
Well, honestly, I just saw it in the Instagram reel last week.
I can't stand you. He goes,
I got to be honest.
He goes, let me pretend this is my wisdom. No, that was funny.
I mean, how do we get wisdom?
That was really funny.
In
That was really
passing?
funny.
I just happened to get it this week, though.
Yeah.
I'm not the type to come across like I know everything. I like to expose myself. Is that the right way to say it? I like to be honest and transparent.
Reel it back in, buddy.
I do
Reel it
like to
back
be
in.
transparent and honest. And, it was funny to me that I just heard it this week. And it was in an Instagram reel, and I thought, but it might not be true, so I need to confirm with
No,
Lucy.
that's true.
Yeah.
Trust but verify. I live by it.
So, again, why is your Christmas, I say yours,
I
why
don't
is
know.
your
That's when we do it. That's
Okay.
I was raised that way.
Why
I
does
mean,
that one state do it that way? Are they considered a state?
We're not a state. We're a commonwealth.
Why do we have to complicate things?
Frankly, tax write-off.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
People go there to avoid taxes.
People go there for the incentives, yeah. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, three kings, the three wise men. It's a whole big thing for us. It's like our second little baby Christmas. You put out little snacks for the camels and stuff for them.
You
and
do
you get
a nativity scene.
I mean, any Hispanic mom's going to have a nativity scene in the house. But
white people
it's
do
just, too. Yeah, but we're automatic.
Really?
Yeah. And you put out, like, I remember making like a little box, almost like a little Easter box with like hay and water, and we'd put candy in there, like the wise men like that, or the camels did, and we'd get little gifts. Like, it wasn't like a huge Christmas. It was like you'd get a little Tonka toy or a race car or something, like little stuff. It's just cool.
Okay, since we're talking about it,
So that was just random.
we may have to confirm this with Lucy too, since we're doing this randomly. I just learned today that Christmas as we know it is a result of advertising from Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
They created Santa Claus.
Santa Claus was originally dressed in green and in brown,
He was a saint.
and St. Nicholas.
And then there was a thief that was Claus, this Claus character, and they created the colors to match, because Coca-Cola did not sell products in the wintertime. They died out in the wintertime. So they thought, let's associate it with Christmas. They created a holiday.
Yeah.
Like Jesus' birthday, obviously important.
Hello, Hallmark.
I was shocked to find out
Yeah.
that gift-giving Santa Claus I was taught
The
that
whole
he was
color scheme. He
yes,
was dressed
as a
in
result
like
of
green
Coca-Cola.
and brown. And
His
all
white
that.
hair,
all of it.
his
It
rosy
matched.
red cheeks to match Coca-Cola.
And Pepsi
How
was beating
shocking.
them or something. I forgot when they did it. And then ever since they became synonymous with Santa, like they skyrocketed in their number one.
I think this is why I have always inherently despised the holiday. I don't like it. I don't get excited about it because of what it is. And I think to myself, this seems insane to me to guilt purchase things because you neglect the people in your life throughout the year. So you go to, here's a big bag of guilt. Merry Christmas. And it bugged the shit out of me. Because when I was a kid, yeah, we cared about Christmas, but we didn't get a lot of things. Like you said, a tonka like just something. But it was really socks and underwear, the things that you needed throughout
Kinda
the
needed
year.
it,
Yeah, it was out with the old,
Yeah.
in with
Then it
the
became
new.
much more novel.
Yeah, luckily my parents were really good about never. They gave me things. They saved up for Christmas because that was the stuff. A bicycle, you know.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
talking to this
big
girl
things.
last night. We were talking about. She was talking about her favorite gift, which was, I think she said something about a Nintendo, and I'm like, what about the nightlight? Like that thing was incredible. Did you ever play
Back
that?
in the day. Night Bright. That was
Night
Night Bright.
Yeah, Night Bright. That's
you
what it
had
was.
the black
Yeah.
construction paper and you'd
Do you know how
poke
exciting
holes
it
in it. That
was?
thing was awesome. I do like that.
Dude.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I think that's why I've just kind of despised the holiday because I see like it's a huge like this whole podcast. So you and I kind of talked about it last week, relationships. And off camera the next day, I was like, hold on, Carlos, this whole thing was built from relationships. Healthy relationships, bad relationships, that skull that was behind me. You just didn't know the history of this thing. That skull that was behind me with the scales in my old podcast, you probably don't have any idea. Mo painted that for me from
You've
a
told me about
discussion from relationships, partnerships, relationships, friendships, and how they all die. And that's kind of what the origin story of this is trying to understand them, all relationships. And so you had me stumped last week. I was like, I wasn't prepared for this. Like, anyways, we got through it and we learned a lot from it. And it gave me a chance to reflect on why I started doing this to begin with.
Good.
I was saying that to say something about Christmas, and I don't remember what it was, but it had something to do with relationships. I just can't remember now.
Good.
Is that a segue?
Let's segue
I was not
right
planning,
out of that.
I was not planning on talking about relationships tonight, but if they come up, I'm not afraid of it.
Yeah.
But it had something to do with Christmas, and I can't remember what it was.
Well,
But I'm just glad it's over.
yeah, but I mean, tons of stuff are the result of advertising schemes that people forget about. Diamonds.
Or never knew about.
All that, De Beers with diamonds and Hallmark holidays. That's what they're called. It's all how to get money flowing.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Not good.
But,
I'm cynical.
I try to be on the other side of that and just think of the joy and the magic of the children.
I'm to the point that it irritates me when someone gives me something because I feel guilty.
Well, I think that's a you thing.
It is a me thing.
Yeah. Because you can't rob the person of the blessing they are trying to bestow upon you either.
Yeah, but why I don't understand it. Like everybody has an addiction to purchase. Like everybody's buying their happiness. I've just happened to notice. A lot of people, I shouldn't generalize everyone, but a lot of people are making purchases. They're getting good deals. And it's a satisfying thing, I imagine, because I feel like shit. Let me buy this thing. I'll feel better for 5 minutes. And I think that's an addiction that people are suffering from.
Distractions.
And Christmas is an opportunity to like go crazy with it.
Go nuts.
And I'm going to buy all these people things. And I'm like, I don't need anything. Literally.
Yeah.
I saw someone recently. I won't say who it is, but he has everything. He has all the money in the world, all the things in the world. And I saw he had this wooden spoon. And he was so proud of it. His brother carved this wooden spoon from a block of wood. And he made a video about it. I thought, that's what I'm talking about. You want to do something? Like, do something. Like, that was an amazing gift to give.
Because you're appreciating the hours and hours of time
Or
and effort.
I was talking to my mom. She bought me a gift. And I'm like, Mom, there's literally no. She got me this. I don't know what you call it, a little blender thing,
Okay,
little food processor.
Oh, like
It's
a little magic bullet.
Yeah,
type
well, I
thing.
got a magic bullet with a big. I've got a variety of blenders.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's like, so you don't have to chop your mushrooms by hand. And I'm thinking, I don't. I have a badass magic. What is it called? A ninja?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a big,
I love the
huge
ninja
processor
one. Yeah, I
ninjas.
love
I got
that
the
thing.
small. Anyways, I'm thinking, I don't know if I can tell her, but I like why. Why do you buy me things? Like, what if we just cooked dinner together? Or what if we went and had dinner together and shared an hour? Like, for me, that's a wonderful experience rather than receiving gifts. I'm just kind of over it. I've been over it for a long time, and now I'm publicly saying, don't buy me anything ever again, because all it does is make me feel guilty.
I don't have
It's a
that
me
problem.
problem,
Buy
for
me
sure.
everything. I'm a large, and I like Harley Davidson. Bring it on.
You do like things, though.
Yeah.
You have a lot of nice things.
I mean, we work for them, but
I'm not saying you
it
didn't.
also came from
But it's a hobby.
not
of yours.
having a lot of nice
yeah.
things growing up.
It's also a hobby of
know.
yours. You collect really cool things, Harley
Yeah,
Davidson stuff.
I think it's more of a passion at this point than a hobby. I think I'm pretty locked in. It ain't going anywhere.
Well, I wasn't calling you out,
Yeah.
by the way. And by the way, just because I talk about something that I'm uncomfortable with in life, it's never targeted at you.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know.
So
And
you don't
vice
ever have
versa.
to. Good.
And vice versa.
I don't know. I don't know if I ever say, "Is he talking about me?" I don't think I do.
If I were, I'd say Nathan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Carlos, what do you think about the Carlos couch? Right, the new podcast studio has a small couch, and I was thinking, does Carlos invite guests over and I don't know if it sounds
I like
weird.
this. Let's not, let's stay away from casting
Couch time with Carlos.
couch times with Carlos. That sounds a little weird. I feel,
What's casting couch?
Google it.
Look at my face.
Kids, don't Google it.
My blood pressure's up.
That's your blood pressure's up. I feel like I'm Santa Claus right now. So I like the couch and I like the idea. And I told you, I don't know if it's been said to the world, but we're going to be doing this regularly together now. Mm-hmm. And we're changing studios. And we want to bring in some guests. Mm-hmm. I definitely already have quite a few people in mind. Positive, real life stories of redemption and resilience are my number one focus. Not just toot your own horn type folks, but people that actually did something.
Yeah, well, that's the whole reason I even brought this back. You and your 3-year story was like, I should tell other people's stories or give people a chance to come on.
Yeah.
I have a million more myself that I can tell, but it's about bouncing off each other.
Oh, absolutely. And the different perspectives.
Yeah, I think it could be fun to have a third person on.
Yeah.
I have a few more guests that I've got to wrap up. Like I got 50 in mind, 50 episodes.
Yep, that's a magic number for this podcast. Yep.
Yeah. And then I don't know if it really stops there. I just know I have to get to 50. It was a commitment that I made with my kids. Joy said, you should bring your kids on. I may have already said this to you.
We
Okay.
lightly talked about it.
I talked to them about all 3 coming on at the same time. I think that could be really interesting.
That would be. I want to be forget about me being on here. I just want to sit in the corner.
And Joy texted me today. She was like, because I told her I was doing this, and she's like, I want to do one with you and Carlos. I'm like, yeah, that'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting to get me out of it. You know what I mean? I don't have to be the interviewer. Not that I feel like I'm an interviewer.
Sometimes we're not interviewing. We're just literally bouncing
Which is bullshit.
whatever pops into our head.
Same thing we would be doing at a bar.
Same thing we'd be doing having lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up on bars. We
I know.
we disagree on
And-
this. Although we don't disagree.
No, we don't
privately.
disagree because I still go and have lunch and do stuff at bars. I'm not drinking, but it's, sometimes I like the social aspect, but I'm also very careful about that because as an example for sober people, there are people that can't handle that.
Yeah.
There are people that can't handle being in the atmosphere that shouldn't be around that until they reach a certain point. And for them, it could be a year, it may be never.
Are you concerned that you optically it could look bad if you're
No, because I'm an
you could
open
care
book.
less what
I'm
you
an
guys-
open book,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna live my life because I know where I stand.
Yeah, I was going to say.
However, we get approached a lot outside of this, whether it's in person, emails, DMs, text messages, whatever, where there are people that pay attention. And if you're on your sobriety journey and you hear me talking about sitting at a bar with Nathan, it's not that I'm 3 years sober.
Yeah.
And I'm okay having an NA beer or a mocktail. But for some people, that is a gateway right back into drinking. And I just want to be conscious of that.
So sorry.
Bam! Let's go.
You
Okay,
can
sorry.
talk to me. That's my part. So yeah, sorry about
So
that.
I just want to be conscious of that as an example or as someone who's like in the public space now and very open with my own sobriety that, it takes time to get there. You get very cocky when you're got a couple days under your belt or a couple weeks, and you're like, I can handle that. I love it. And honestly, that's the easiest way to fall back in. So I want to be mindful of other people and where they are.
Yeah, and for people like me, that's probably 3 hours sober, and you're 3 years sober, if I'm being honest. It's about managing that and staying alert because it can get out of hand. So I think it's an interesting dynamic that you don't drink and I do. I would, and I feel comfortable around you now. You know what I mean? Like I did not want to, although it was a stupid idea to think about it. I knew. I don't even know how to say it out loud. Like in my mind.
No, go ahead, because I kind of know where you're going.
Well, I don't know how to say it. Like I don't have the words to describe. Like, am I a bad influence? And I'm thinking, no, that's stupid. That's a stupid thing to say. Right. You're a grown person.
But you also were self-aware enough to go, hey man, like, are you okay with me drinking around you? I won't if I don't.
I think it was
at
respect.
First. And it's a respect thing, respecting my sobriety. And I'm like, hey, sobriety is my choice. I'm at a place now where I can be around other people that drink. Doesn't even faze me. Mm-hmm. I'm not interested.
Well, I don't think you've ever had a problem with that, though. I think you and I both are very similar to the genetic thing we had with alcohol. I don't crave it until I've got it in me.
But don't forget, I disappeared for about a year from all of those places.
Yeah.
I wouldn't walk into a bar. I wouldn't walk into, hell, I'd try not to go to restaurants that had bars for a year until I was solid in myself.
And I think a lot of that, if I had to, it was like because I take breaks, and when I do, I don't. So sorry. Why is my
I'm
phone?
Not sure that
this
that's
is
a
never
watch.
me.
Do you remember that spy we talked about a few episodes ago, guys? I
listening.
think it's about to blow.
She's listening. She actually texted me, Happy Thanksgiving. Anyway, I mean, that was all.
Nope.
I thought it was very sweet. She thought of me.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Okay, so when I don't drink, I don't avoid it. We've already discussed this. But I think there's something there. I've never been addicted to alcohol. I do have a problem with anxiety and being around people that are drinking. They get on my nerves. If I'm being perfectly honest, I would get on my nerves. Literally, like,
you're hilarious.
I went into a place last night and the bartender, I won't say where, but the bartender came in and he was drunk. And I was like, bro,
don't say where then.
You need to stop drinking. No, I already said I'm drinking or not. I'm like,
yeah, I totally want to know.
And
later.
I thought to myself, I thought, this is what it feels like to be
around
drunk people. Yeah.
Well, now you know why I cut out of places early sometimes.
Yeah.
Because when you're not part of the you know what
it's annoying.
Show, I'm like, hey guys, I love you. If anybody needs a ride, holler at me. But I'm out. Because when you're not part of it, your tolerance for it is like
exactly. And and I'm not judging. I don't mind. I like to get on to some degree the same level. I don't really get out of hand anymore. But it is a social lubricant. And when you said that one time, I thought, wow.
It very much is for a lot of people.
So I haven't filled you in on my life. I can't believe I'm in such a good mood because I haven't been. But it's funny, you're going through some stuff and you don't know what to do. Just get with a buddy and make fun of life.
Talk it out.
Laugh it out. Well, I can't really talk it out. Too many.
Well, you know,
family things. Yeah. But I was the last 2 nights. I went to my secret spot, and because I didn't want to be home, and I was like, as soon as I get a buzz, I'll be ready to talk to you because I just was not in the mood, and it did. It got me through the night because I thought otherwise I'd be sitting at home, depressed. Because I can't do anything about the situation. I can't reach out and fix anything for the people that I care about that are going through something difficult. It's like I can't just sit here and ruminate because my thoughts become negative and they really, you start releasing a lot of cortisol. It's that stress hormone I'm always talking about. And you got to have a way to get away from it. And so that's why I use alcohol as a medicinal thing. When I just don't know what else to do, I can go pop into my bartender. She'll smile, or whoever it is for the night, and I'll have a few drinks, and I loosen up, and I'm like, okay, I can hear the music again. And now I'm having a conversation about life and Christmas and pheromones, like I'm talking to a girl about meeting at a bar. You get what I'm saying? Like, the pressure goes away, and I go home.
It's so funny. You're such a paradox. Like, I think you called yourself that the other day. It's like you're very much both sides of the scale. You're like, I'm this.
It's a spectrum.
But wait a minute, I'm here.
Well, it's a spectrum.
And then you and I are a paradox, but we're also really connected because I'm listening to you and I'm hearing myself back in the day. And now on the other end of that, I'm like, yeah, I don't need the social lubricant anymore because I have found my own social lubricant and my own way of fixing things and dealing with things instead of sitting in them. Yeah. Where before I would have been like, it's just medicinal. And it's so funny because it's like, I had no control of it. I'm not judging you or where you are. If you say you are, you know, that's you. But it's looking at myself several years ago, and I'm like looking at you explaining, and I feel like I like my head's on yours. Yeah. And you're like, no, this is why I do it, Carlos. And this is
I've been saying it.
It's surreal.
Yeah. Well, my whole life, I've this is something because I love it. Yeah. I truly love it. It's my one vice. That and going fast. One of the two, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't mix the two.
Fast for me.
I don't mix the two. Yeah. But this is a paradox. This right here, my daughter-in-law painted this for me. Yeah. But you understand what it is. Oh, yeah. It's yin and yang. Do you know how it works? They say it's order and chaos, which is right.
I feel like that's the name of our new podcast.
See this line? See this line? Looks like a big S.
In the center, yep.
Yeah, let's just say this is chaos. Let's say this is order. The secret to life, a balanced life, is to stay on this line. So you can be in a tremendous amount of chaos, and it only takes a little bit of order to balance that out. Or you can be in a tiny bit of chaos and a little bit of order balances out. That's what it is. It's like a paradox in itself. It's a spectrum. And so you're always on this. Just don't abandon it. Understand that this too, it's always connected. I thought it was a brilliant little thing. That's why it's in the beginning of the little podcast. It spins. My daughter-in-law liked it so much, she painted that for me.
That's really cool. I didn't know that she painted it.
She painted it from the intro thing. Well, she saw it and I think that was a Christmas present. That's a Christmas present you get somebody.
I do like
a vinyl record if they're into vinyl records. That use vinyl records like, I saw this and thought of you. Yeah. Not I guilt purchased. I went backwards. I tend to do that if you didn't notice. You know what I mean? Does anybody agree with me about buying things out of guilt? Maybe it's a me problem. But I don't think I'm alone. I mean,
if the shoe fits. But there are a certain amount of, even those of us who are a little more rose-colored glasses towards Christmas. I like Christmas magic. I like kids. I like their belief in Santa. Seeing my little nephew's eyes light up and that magic, I'm like, that's my job as an adult, is to make sure that he can hang on to that magic for as long as humanly possible before the world tries snatching it away from you. Yeah. And in that, there's magic as an adult. Because we live in this cynical world where we have to protect ourselves from all this stuff and people. So, I mean, are there some, I have to get these gifts to people? Absolutely. Like you're guilted into doing it for various reasons, whether that's coworkers or people. I'm like, oh, I got to go get this. Or, you know, we all got that one family member. We're like, I got to give this or I'm going to hear that. Or, you know, there's always that. But for the most part, I would say 99% of the time, I am grateful to God that I'm blessed enough to bless other people just because I take great joy in blessing other people with things, whether that's material, time, etc. You know, it doesn't matter.
I agree with everything.
I love language.
I don't have young children around me, so you have the blessing of having that childlike, you know what I mean? That curiosity, that magic eye, you know, it's all gone in my family.
Childlike
maybe someday.
Wonder.
Yeah, maybe I'll train. Yeah. I mean, I try myself to hold on to that. I think that's part of the reason why I've been so successful in life, is I have a very childlike curiosity approach to everything. It's just the Coca-Colas of the world that have tarnished my. And I would never mind getting a kid something. I love that. Mm-hmm. But an adult, I made beef Wellingtons as a gift like that. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I took my mom 2 miniature beef Wellingtons. Like, that to me is a gift because there's a time and effort and a lot of love went into it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to stop you there. You know what would be a great gift for Three Kings Day for me?
What?
Beef Wellington. Food is the way to my heart, sir. Dude. In case you can't notice, kids.
I know.
I work out so I can eat.
Okay. I can do that. When is your holiday?
January 6th.
I'll be gone.
Yeah, I know. It can wait. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll be hungry when you
I'll
get
be
back.
celebrating in your country. I think I'm coming back
Actually,
on the 6th.
we're celebrating in my country right now. Okay?
so
Puerto
sorry.
Rico is America. I'm going to plaster it behind me. I'll be celebrating in your
I
country.
know, but it's confusing because
Puerto
it
Ricans,
wasn't always.
Get him when
Well,
he's there. Please get him.
God.
Oh, I'm calling all
When
my
did Puerto
cousins.
Rico become a part of us? When did we?
I don't know the exact
acquire?
date. It was okay. First of all, we weren't acquired. You ain't a conquistador
Get a
there.
G-
All right, gringo, take it easy.
This is so good.
We shoot back.
I love this.
I can't remember the exact date, and I'm sure it can be Googled. But
Was it within my lifetime?
Yes, it was in the late 70s.
See why you realize I don't know these things?
I want to say it was the late 70s. It was like
so they
70,
didn't teach us this in school.
Yeah, we were we got naturalized citizenship and all that somewhere in the late 70s. I don't recall exactly.
So can you
when.
show a little grace?
You get a lot of grace over here. Have fun in my country.
Well, was it ever its own country?
I don't know.
Okay, then.
I don't know because we've been conquered so many damn times. The Spaniards, and this is why we have such.
Well, thank God, because
and
that's where
this
your
is why
culture
we have
came
such
from.
beautiful people, though.
Yeah.
In all spectrums.
I don't know if your culture came from the Spaniards, but your language
Well,
did.
we had the Taino Indians that were there before,
Okay.
and then a lot of Spanish influence and such, and of course African American influences and all that.
It's so funny.
Yeah, still
It's
America
so funny.
though.
I agree. It is. I know. Hey, is there anything on that board we want to talk about?
I
Did you? Hey, remember the last time I
thing
said
is
you
so
need to come in with your
distracting.
own
yeah,
ideas?
yeah. But I just threw this at you like randomly today.
So
I was
you're not
like-
ready?
I was like, hey, let's do this.
Joy gave us a
Kinda
lot of
keeping
topics
it real
over
light
here.
right now before we go into the new
Irrational.
year.
Yeah.
We
Golly.
can't go into
I'm
the
glad-
new year
yeah.
so heavy. You know
That's
what?
a good point. That's a good
Why
point.
does time go by so fast as we get older?
I know exactly why.
We
It's like a unit as a unit. So the way I saw it described to me, when you've lived 1 year, you can technically say you've lived 100% of your life. When you've lived 2 years, you've lived 50%. You know what I mean? And that's the
Okay.
way it breaks down. So time, I don't know the terminology, but when you see it on a scale and you see as you age, time does get shorter relative to the amount of
Yeah.
time you've been on Earth. Like a year doesn't
It's
mean the same.
terrifying.
If you imagine a bug that lives a day, there's certain bugs that literally live hours.
Right.
Their whole life, their whole existence. In comparison, when you think about they're born, they think, oh God, like the Bee Movie. They don't live very
Yeah.
long, but in their minds, they go through retirement. And so I don't know how to really articulate
in
that.
my
it's perspective.
I don't know it. I guess I wish in my youth I would have listened to everyone that said stop being in such a rush to grow up because couldn't wait to get to high school, couldn't wait to get out of high school, couldn't wait to get into the next thing and the next thing. And now I'm like, my God, please slow down. Like my weeks literally feel like days. A weekend goes by like a lunch with a friend. It is, and a lot of that is I'm very busy, but time is just flying by, even work-wise. Like, it's Monday, and you're like, oh, God, it's Monday. It's only Tuesday. Next thing you know, you're like, it's already Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay. I got another
it's
question.
really strange.
You ever heard of the saying, "A watched pot doesn't boil"?
Is that like if a tree falls in the forest type thing?
No, like if you're waiting on water to boil, it takes forever.
Yeah.
So because you're observing this and you're thinking about it, it takes forever. But the same is not true when you're thinking about time. You're sitting here focused on time, and it just goes faster and faster. Maybe the opposite is true. The more you focus on the time you have left, I'm wondering. But then I look
That's a
at
good perspective,
elderly people. All right, my friend Dr. Thompson in his 90s, and my grandmother, which is past. But I look at people that literally know that any day is their last. And God, they have some sense of freedom that I'm trying to hold on to, that I'm trying to attain. And I think we're getting closer with this idea of death. I talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely ready, like as far as you can emotionally and physically be, not trying to accelerate it, but I'm trying to live a life. I think I'm okay with it, is what I'm trying to say. And I think maybe that's slowing time down for me.
I don't know. Maybe I need to get on that memento mori, type of lifestyle or mindset
Well,
because
it's something you discover.
I want to appreciate things. There's so much I want to do. And now it's getting, my mind shifted from I've got all the time in the world to
no, you don't.
I can't wait to do this again because time is fleeting.
It made me think of a movie that I just finished watching
Okay.
last night. It was something Joy Land or Far and Away. It's Far and Away. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, and they're Irish immigrants.
Okay.
They come to America. He's a boxer, and they're going to stake claim to their land. So they line up. Their whole journey was getting to America and going west. And her father came with her. Like, he was a wealthy person, whatever. He followed her down, and he was a sneaky guy. You know what I mean? He had some shady businesses. So they had an advantage. They snuck out, identified their land first, and hid. And his wife keeps saying, they're older. She's like, oh my God, I hope I don't mess this up. But she was like, why are we doing this? Because they're old. And she goes, he said something to the effect, and I may have to look it up. Don't think about it as this is what we have left. Think about it as this is where we start, or this is where our life starts, not ends. And they were older, and his attitude was, you have to think about it. This is where our life begins, not ends.
Wow. And
I thought, oh God, yeah. And so, because the day before, I'm thinking about this trip going up the Pacific Northwest, and I'm talking to my son about it. And my friend Knott, she's like, you plan the whole trip? And I'm like, okay, I have a quarter. That's how I'm going to plan it. We're going to fly in, rent something, and just bebop our way up the coast. Greg, there's going to be a group of us. You're more than welcome to come. It'll be July.
If only I could take off that much
17
time.
days.
Yeah, never happened for
Or maybe
me.
it's
But
15 days.
I'll live vicariously for
Yeah,
now.
well, we'll make videos. But I was thinking about all the places up in the Pacific Northwest that's like a different planet. And I thought, why can't I go there and begin my life until I'm tired of it and go somewhere else and begin my life and live all these lives? Because we sit around watching YouTube, living vicariously through other people's lives. Now, I don't think van life is any better than this life. You get tired of everything. You get tired of
everything
moving
becomes
around.
mundane. Yeah.
But imagine going and starting a new group of friends. You get a job in that town. You struggle. You overcome. That's what makes life beautiful.
Yeah.
It is the struggle. The journey
Absolutely.
is what's exciting, not the destination.
We get very comfortable. And then when we get comfortable, we watch a lot of things go by. So I think I really like that. I'm going to try to adopt what you just said, where it's, our life is a book and every chapter could be a new beginning, but that doesn't mean we leave all that accumulated knowledge behind. It doesn't mean, you can start fresh and still be okay. I really like that.
I
really
even think
like
the way
that.
you said that is almost skeptical to the idea. You could start it fresh and be okay. It's like, you will be okay. Like, that's what's exciting, is you have something to overcome, something to conquer. And I don't know. I just don't feel like I've risked enough in this life. I just don't.
Risk is scary, but no risk, no reward,
The
right?
greatest thing that's ever happened to anyone in this life is losing everything and having something to overcome to some degree.
Suffering.
Yeah. We
Back
talk
to
about this a
back
lot.
to that suffering.
That's why I always think about, God, if they just fire me, if I could ever get fired, I'd be happy again. I'd have something real to overcome. I'm not trying to get fired, obviously. But, if you're going to make cuts, I volunteer. I'll go start something brand new. And how exciting is that?
I think the excitement in that is your absolute courage, like the bravery in what you're saying. Even if there'll be times where you're like, I just had to raise my hand, didn't I? But you'll still fight for it, and you'll get what you got to get. Because, I don't know, I guess I've, to some degree, lost that little bit of rebel.
We all have.
And then
We have something to lose
complacency.
now. Because
There's something to lose.
We feel like we have something to lose. Okay. I can't go into this. I don't think I can. But let's just say a young couple are we going to lean into this?
Yeah, I'm like, you got me. I'm like a moth to a flame.
Let's just say there's this young couple in my life that I know I can't help them, but I can be that lighthouse. But I can also hold them accountable to the standards they've identified for themselves, and I say they're not living up to. And I looked at them both, and I realized They're not. They don't look at each other and say, "Not good enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm young. I should work a second job if that's what it requires."
Okay.
But in his mind, in her mind, oh well, my rent's paid. That's good enough, right? Isn't that the role? Isn't that my job in life is to make sure I meet my obligations? No, that's not your role and responsibility in life. Your role and responsibility is to grow, is to be the best version of you possible. And if you guys are sitting around saying, but we love each other and we support each other and we're telling each other it's going to be okay, I'm here to say it's not going to be okay. It's going to end in tragedy because you're missing that spark because you have options. You have options. You have family that have bailed you out. And in my mind, I can't fathom the idea of being in a situation and not knowing what to do. And he literally looked at me and said, "But I don't know what to do." I said, "That's because you have options." Because you have options. Now, the pain he's feeling is real. I promise you, it's a depression that I can't wrap my head around because I've never had the option to not know what I am going to do. But what they do have is words, pretty words. I plan to do this. I'm taking this test. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I said, don't ever use your good intentions in a conversation with me again. I never want to hear what you're going to do. I want you to tell, if you're going to have a conversation with me, tell me what you have done. Tell me what you have done. Other than that, it's all bullshit. It's just fancy words that are not aligned. Your words are not aligning with your actions. You're out of alignment with what you want in life. And somebody has to tell them. Because what happens is, the minute people stop bailing you out, it's all going to come crashing down, and you will have no choice. You'll be excited about getting another job. You'll be excited about the beauty, the idea of, oh God, if I can get 80 hours in this week. What a weird thing. People don't think that way.
Yeah, most people aren't excited about that, though.
No, because most people have things, they have a credit card to get them by, and they have Chapter 7 or family.
Most people, more and more people, and it used to be younger and younger. Now I'm noticing that people in their 20s, 30s, and even 40s they want more with the less. They're not looking to be excited to work, to put in all this hard work. They want the mountaintop given to them now because I'm pretty or because I deserve it or because I'm nice.
Also, we have parents that are telling them they deserve it. But these parents came from nothing. We talk about this a lot, and they've built this life, and I see all these parents say, no, I just want to give my kids more than I had. And that sounds good.
But you're robbing them.
We're killing our kids. Yeah. So it took me a minute to get here because I was having lunch, and I see walking across the parking lot our friend Garrett. I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
Oh, gee, man.
So he sat down with me and was telling me about his son got a present. I think it was a scooter. It had 2 wheels.
Okay.
Carly, love you, by the way. Garrett, obviously love you.
Same.
We're the 2 uncles, by the way. Did you
That's
realize
right,
that?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
I love those kids.
I've never hung out with my nephews.
We got 2 little adorable blonde, blue-eyed nephews.
This is going to get clipped. So the only memory I have with my nephews is that I'm constantly reminded about the time that I squirted ketchup on the oldest one. Not Shepherd. I think it is Shepherd.
It's Shepherd.
Stetson and Shepherd.
Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Shepherd's the older one.
And,
Uncle Carlos knows.
Yeah. Uncle Carlos. So I squirted accidentally. I was trying to help, and I squeezed some ketchup, and it shot all over his white clothes. I didn't think anything about it.
Yeah, I bet Carly did.
I think Garrett more than anything. But he loves to give me a hard time about it. But he came in, and he's telling me about his little boy that got this 2-wheeled scooter. And the kid couldn't figure it out. It kept falling over. And Garrett's these are the greatest parents you're ever going to meet. Ever. Like, I interviewed them both before they had children because I just knew they had it. They had it.
Right.
The way they treat each other, they treat their kids. And Garrett's really, he knows. But he does it in the kindest way. The way he corrects his kids is with so much. I don't have that gene. I'm mean. I'm just mean and hard. And I love how soft he is with them. And he's like, no, I think it was Shepherd. But he goes
hey, Shep.
Yeah. So the thing kept falling over. He's like, "Yeah, this doesn't have training wheels. You're gonna have to figure it out." And he's like, "I can't do it." And he said, "Oh no, buddy, you can, and you will. You have to. Like you're going to do it." But Garrett's voice is so much
Right,
nicer.
right.
So the next thing he knows, the kid goes and gets this helmet, and he goes. Anyways, within the end of the day, he's riding this thing everywhere. They go to a church parking lot, and I just thought, I said, "Brother, don't change ever. You just keep creating these little opportunities for them to fail." But I don't think I think failure is a consequence of quitting. But let them fall on their face. Let them.
Yeah, nothing's gonna.
And don't
the whole
save
world doesn't come easy.
And I said, if they have that attitude before they're 9, 10 years old, that they're like us, Garrett. We would never look at each other and say, "I don't know what to do."
Right.
We would.
Right.
I may think it, but I would never say it out loud if I was just trying to pay my bills or get ahead in life. You don't think about what you're going to do. You just get up and go do.
No, we're gonna figure this out. We're
just
gonna
gonna
get it
go
done.
do.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't come back home until you've made 10 connections for a new job. Right. It's because parents want to do the good thing and they want to help their kids because they don't want them to suffer the way we suffered. And I've just realized, no, letting them is the greatest gift we can give them, but encouraging them along the way and saying, no, you're going to do this.
Encouraging them without giving it away.
That's the greatest gift we can give. A friend, a parent, a loved one. When someone feels lost, just say, "You got this."
Because when we're alone, we have that voice inside of us encouraging us. You can, you will. Persevere.
Life is so easy when you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
We can't give people choices. Not when it's costing them growth.
100%. Yeah.
I'm so focused
I
on
like
this stuff.
that.
I dedicated the whole podcast to understanding the importance of allowing people to suffer and quit bailing them out. You're robbing them of the greatest blessing ever, which is accomplishment. And accomplishment is a result of doing something difficult.
Man, accomplishment has been so just cheapened with all this. You know, I'm going to sound like the guy on the lawn, but participation prizes and you did so good and this and that. No, you didn't. Like, winning and losing is a big motivator. I think remembering the feeling of losing sucks, but realizing like, okay, you know what? They worked harder than me. They got it. But next time, now I'm going to work twice as hard and I'm going to do this so I can get there. There's a lesson in it. That's why there's no work ethic anymore. That's why everybody's just ready, like, with their hand out, give me, because I deserve it. Fight for it, earn it, train, do whatever you got to do to get there, but nobody's going to hand it to you, and you don't get to cry about it. I know that's unpopular, but I really hate that soft stuff.
I don't care. I'm not here to be liked.
Yeah.
I am not here to be liked. Nope. I'm not living in shame. Not me. I'm going to turn the light and say, no, that's wrong. I don't care. I am free. I am so free now that people's opinion of me is none of my business.
That is a good.
That even goes for my mother. Whatever it doesn't matter. Like, it's none of my business what people think about me anymore. I'm here to do what I believe in my heart of hearts is right.
Well, let's add to the heart, not just your heart, because let's go back to. Did you go to the 10 o'clock service?
Okay, that's a good point. No.
You know, we spoke to.
I didn't.
You should have.
I know. Well, I had another hard thing come in this morning. I found out I was going to the 10 o'clock service. And then I find out really, really bad news. It's just been a series of really unfortunate events. And it's not necessarily my tragedies, but these are people I care about. And I thought, and then I found, they're going to the church. And I thought, okay, because it was late. And I was thinking, well, I guess they're going to go to the 12 o'clock. Is there a 12 o'clock?
I don't know. I'm a morning guy. I'm going to say that.
I know I go to 8. I think there's 3 services. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, let me get ready, and I'll just go with them instead. And then I find out they went to the 10. I was like, So I missed it.
Yeah, so you should have gone or at least watched it online. Don't skip church.
I know. I'm so glad you.
But the reason I say that, because you wouldn't have said, let me trust my heart. Today the pastor goes, one of the worst pieces of advice that someone could tell you is follow your heart.
No, I didn't. I didn't say the same thing.
I know you said your heart of hearts, but it was, our emotions can betray us. Mm-hmm. We can become consumed and overwhelmed by our emotions and then make terribly bad decisions for ourselves or say the wrong thing based on that. So I just thought it was a nice little.
So I have a philosophy right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Yes. Your feelings are important. That's what generates instinct. That's why, I know I had an unhappy commenter. I don't know about unhappy, but apparently there was a comment made about my saying women are more emotional. It's true that they are because they have more hormones. Biologically, women are engineered to have access to these hormones.
You just love this.
And I love it.
You
because
love digging this hole.
It's what makes us so good together. Women are psychic because of it. They are truly psychic. I have emotions too. I don't have them to the same degree, obviously, because I am a man.
Yeah, I don't think we're as
genetically
in-tuned.
we're built different.
I don't think we're as in tune. I agree with that.
No, but I feel things, and it's based on those emotions that give me an instinct to know when something's not right. So it's that when you say you shouldn't follow your heart. Well, if you're thinking about I want to be a celebrity, follow your heart. That's stupid. But when I say my heart of hearts, like where my emotion resides, like when I know something's right or wrong, I feel it. And then I think through it and say, okay, now what's the direct way to handle this? Like I use logic and reason.
And there you go.
Once the emotion has passed, then I try to address it.
But I get you. The emotion is a spark.
Oh God, it's the magic.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be human.
Right.
It's the emotion. We have emotions that other animals don't have. Like they just don't have the same level of consciousness that we have. And
we have the ability to think about our thoughts, and like those conversations that happen in there. The various levels of it, we're the only ones that can.
We're the only species that understands the concept of why. We're the only species that asks why. There's not another species on even ravens, monkeys. These are very intelligent animals. They can figure out the puzzle, but they don't stop and say why. They're just hungry. They're doing it because they have a motivation. We sit back and think, we ponder things, right? Why do I feel this way? Right? It has nothing to do with hunger.
Yeah.
So that's what
many
makes
of the
us
greatest works
humans.
have been written, sang, and painted, all based on that.
All suffering too.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, all the greats was from suffering.
Well,
it really was.
There's some that are based on love too.
London Bridge is falling down. Like every one of our jingles growing up is from tragedy.
Okay, well, if you grew up in
London
medieval
Bridge?
England,
Well, that's the nursery rhymes.
I know.
we grew up on.
You. I grew up on Andrew Dice Clay. A little different.
Exactly.
Little different nursery rhymes.
Little Boy Blue.
He needed the money. I can't. Don't even get me going on that. Some of those are so bad.
Oh my God!
If you're
Three
an adult,
blonde mice.
Where the heck are they going?
Oh my God!
Don't say anymore.
Okay,
Don't
I
say
won't
anymore.
They're
really bad.
If they're really bad. Everybody knows them.
Most people do. And if you're gonna Google them, make sure you're an adult. Mm-hmm. Those are so bad, but they're so funny. God, I love the Dice Man.
God, so you just made me think about something to segue into. My Christmas was amazing because I got to hang out with my kids, and they had this game that was given to them, an inappropriate game. I didn't realize it, but it was like Cards Against Humanity. It wasn't that.
Okay.
It was pretty blue cards called Response or like something.
Probably a knockoff of the same thing.
Yeah. So, but it's the same concept. If I remember, you go around the table, you grab a card, and then whatever crazy thing is on the card, whoever has the best response.
Okay.
And God, my kids, I loved it because these were inappropriate things to some degree. Not all horrific, but you could get pretty dicey with it. Dice. But I loved how sweet my kids still are, that they were embarrassed. I was like, I can't even read that. I'm like, hell, I'll read it.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
I'm still raunchy as can be, but I still had all this innocence in them, and I thought, it just made my Christmas being around them and hearing my 17-year-old son just laughing so hard because he was so embarrassed that he came up with something that was a little naughty. And I thought, how adorable, man. It was just a really good experience. That made my Christmas.
Good. Good. And I'm glad they have that respect still.
That's what it is.
Because a lot of it is, it's not just bashfulness or that they know they're in the room with their elders, their loved ones, and they're showing you that respect. Yeah. They're giggling about it, but they're like, I can't do this.
I hear Brennan every now and then drop a little cuss word, and I think, he's 22.
Yeah.
And
he's a man.
He's a man. And he's so appropriate. You know, he would never speak out in public. I have no problem with, I had to look this up, like, what is profanity? I had to look it up in the Bible. It means to be profane, to say something profane, which I'd have to think about what that means, but it's not a good thing. Right. Curse, when you curse someone. I thought, well, as long as I'm not cursing someone, I can say these words. And apparently I can. But out of respect to you all, if the cameras were off, I like my words. My 7, what was his
George
name?
Carlin.
George Carlin.
The 7 words you can't say on
television.
television.
Which is so stupid.
And he was like,
well, I get it. Well, we've assigned meaning to them.
Right.
And I get it. But
that's my thing. I'm really trying not to use them.
Yeah. Really? On the podcast?
In my life.
Really?
Yeah, in my life. I think while I used to think in the comedian's vein of George Carlin and all those guys where, man, it just juices up a sentence.
It does.
I think I'm intelligent enough to drive home the meaning of what I have to say, and I can do it intelligently and with wit without using profanity.
I hope that goes well for you.
I'm trying.
I do like Nate Bargatze. The guy
Nate Bargatze. Yeah.
He doesn't use any profanity.
Yeah. He was on Rogan or something like that.
He is so funny.
And he's hilarious.
I saw this. I shared this little clip. He said,
"Hey, what are you eating over there? You keep sucking on these things, and I'm hungry." If that was your last Werther's original, Grandpa.
Cut to commercial.
This was a Werther's original, sponsored by. You don't have to get up to do this. And it's hilarious. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Okay. Thanks, Joy.
Thank you, Joy.
So, Nate Bargatze. Is that how I say
Oh, my God. They are Werther's originals. You old grandfather. They are real. I made fun of you saying he's getting. You got any of those Werther's originals?
They're not mine.
And they're.
I found Joy's stash.
Oh, thanks, Joy. Great.
I was looking for
We're
peppermints.
robbing Joy in her own house.
Yeah, I was looking for peppermints. Okay.
Oh, that's a memory right there.
So we were talking about Nate
Bargatze.
Bargatze,
whatever. Forget about it.
I posted this little clip he had the other day because I could relate to it so much. He goes, "My eyes read good. It's my brain that struggles." And he goes, my poor eyes. They're like, we've read the line 3 times, and his eyes are telling his brain, and you don't get it. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah. Because, man, my thoughts contaminate. Like it's really hard for me to shut it down. Like, I have to read for a while, and then after, say, 3 minutes of just constant reading, I can get into it. But it takes me that 3 minutes of going back and reading the paragraph until I'm finally like, distractions are gone. Now I can follow along. Like, I can read well. But when it's the first pass, I didn't hear any of it. Like, my brain did not get any of it.
I can see the words, and I could probably... I can pronounce what it is, and it made the road rise up. But, yeah, there's nothing triggered there. I'm not picturing a road. I'm not, nothing.
I can't. I have no care. People are like, what kind of books do you read? I read a lot. I mean, I love to read, but I study books. When I'm reading a book, I'm studying it. I don't read the Bible. I will study a verse and think about it for days. I'll write that down, and then I'll start unpacking it. Like, I don't understand how people can just read through the Bible and it make any sense whatsoever, because there's so much data inside of every word that you can unpack these things for a long time.
You have that beautiful mind thing going.
I don't know if it's
like,
a beautiful
I feel
mind.
Like you just see stuff just like in the movie, where I don't think I have it in me to break down line by line. Like, I need to understand. I could do a chapter.
Yeah.
Or I could say these 2 paragraphs mean this. So let me read these 2 paragraphs in their entirety. And then I can go back and go, okay, let me infer from there. But to break down a line and disregard what came before it or after it is nuts to me. My pea brain can't. I don't learn that way.
No, it's not that I want to do it. I don't have a choice. I cannot move on from one thing to the next until my brain says satisfied.
Yeah.
So Nate Bargatze.
I think we've gathered.
So it was so much fun because I think fiction, nonfiction. I treat them both like they're fact. All I can tell is we have a real wizard problem in the world. And I literally like fiction, nonfiction. What do I read? I read nonfiction. Do I? You know what I mean? Like,
And you're like,
but yes, I like to listen to audiobooks, like stories, because I don't do character development. It's like black and white when I read. Like, I don't know if is it a man? What kind of voice is it? Like, I can't develop the characters. It's as bland as you can imagine.
Okay.
That's why I've been listening to Dostoevsky, greatest book ever, called Crime and Punishment. If you've never heard of it.
yeah, we've heard of it. It's like that.
It's amazing. It is an amazing book, but I have to listen to the audio version. It's just too good for me to bastardize if I tried to read it. Like, it's just blah, 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 blah.
Or there's an attention problem here, and you learn it in a different
I have
form.
a serious attention problem. Can we scan through all my audiobooks? I told you I have like 12 going at once. Okay. The Adventure of Huckleberry Finn. That's a great one. That's graphic,
actually a really
too.
good one. I
I
remember
thought it was
that
a
one.
little kid book. No, not at all. Very graphic. The Long Walk, Crime and Punishment. I have a bunch. Let's just say, and I just jump around. I listen to 15 minutes, and then.
But
I'll
how
go
do
to the
you
next one.
retain? And you
I
have the
pick a
ability
rubber-
to retain.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
all
I
of
got all
that?
that. Oh, 100%. So what I do is it's like sitting at a bar the other night, as I do. It was the night before Christmas. No, it was Christmas night.
Okay.
I'm sitting there with my earbuds in, and I'm listening to Crime and Punishment, and I'm just in it, surrounded by people. By the way, our special little spot was packed Christmas night.
Yeah, they were one of the few that were open.
Technically, I was waiting on a seat to open up so I could sit with my friends that asked me to come up there, but it was really packed. So I'm sitting by myself. I got my earbuds in, and this girl comes up to me, and she goes, Merry Christmas. She patted me on the back. She goes, I can see you're being antisocial again, because I had my earbuds in. I was like, no, Merry Christmas, and I gave her a hug. But I love that I can go off into this wonderland with my earbuds in at a bar. Just, is that odd to you?
No. Well, yes, actually. I can't. If I'm out at a bar, it's to socialize. If I'm out at a restaurant, seeing friends or whatever, I'm there to socialize. I don't go there to disconnect. If I'm disconnecting, I'm not giving anyone the opportunity to interrupt my disconnection, which at a bar, headphones or not,
No,
can
usually
very
don't.
easily happen.
No, they never bothered me. It was just
But-
Christmas.
It was just Christmas, but at Christmas,
The reason why
yeah,
that she didn't want to
right.
interrupt. She actually, they invited me over to their table. It's like 8
that
people at
was
this
nice.
table, and I was like, oh no, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I just didn't want to be around anyone.
But you are around so many people.
It's
And this
something
is where
magical.
you're such a paradox. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be around anyone means I'm alone. You don't want to be around anyone means you're alone
be
in
either
your
way.
head.
No, I could be
But
both.
there's 50 people in the room.
It's odd to me. It's odd to me. I know it's weird, but sometimes I want to be alone, which I'm alone the vast majority of the time. I'm alone, and then sometimes I don't want to be alone. I want the energy of the room. I've talked about this before. There's something in the room. I can feel the vibrations of the music and the TVs and the people and the chatter. I can feel it. I can't hear it, but I can feel it. And gosh, so my son showed me. I always get these messed up.
Show ad.
He showed me, let me listen to an audiobook he's going back and listening to like all the Hogwarts books, and they've
Harry
added,
Potter. Yeah, Harry Potter.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
They've added three-dimensional audio. So when you're listening to it, it feels like people are around you talking, like there's chatter.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I thought, that's what I do with my audiobooks. There's chatter around me, like in real life. And because if I'm at a bar just talking to someone, I'm listening to their story. And instead, I'm just doing it digitally, a digital version of that. But it was really cool hearing how they've brought these audiobooks to life.
They do voices. They do. I mean, it's not just a very drony type thing.
It sounded
anymore.
like, so you know I guess the scene where they're in the cafeteria and there's 100.
Yeah. You're hearing all the ambient.
Yeah, there's conversations
yeah.
happening around you.
That's awesome.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I thought I might get into that because I'm not into those kind of books.
Now, where I do understand you is if I'm trying to get a book, I read a chapter and listen to a chapter. So now I double up.
I do on some of those.
Because what happens, if it's something I really want to dive into, because I realize sometimes I pick up something in the reading, sometimes I pick up something in the audio that completely escaped me.
Yeah.
So it's taking me a little longer, and I don't do it with every book. Some stuff's just fun.
Yeah.
But when I get into something and I'm like, God, I really want to lock that in, or I'm going back to old books and buying the audio and then doing the same thing. Yeah. And every single thing I've done this with, I've found something new or something I didn't pick up on the first time. You know what I mean? Looked at it a little different. It's really cool.
Maybe I should go back since I've heard it first. Maybe I should listen to a chapter and then
try reading it.
See if I can imagine those same characters.
Yeah, because now you already have the scenario in your head.
Okay,
be interesting.
The greatest book ever written, in my opinion, because it's the greatest adventure. Lonesome Dove. Wow, what a book!
I barely remember the movie with Robert Duvall.
The movie was good, but the book was magical. And I've listened to it maybe 3 times. Yeah, when I go on some adventures, I generally listen to Green Lights. I've listened to that multiple times.
Love Green Lights. I've listened to him. I mean, McConaughey just. He is magical himself.
Yeah, I can knock that book out in 2 days, just obsessively.
Yeah.
But the stories, the adventures, I guess I just love adventures. Right now, Huckleberry Finn's floating down the river with him and his, I can't say it. Hard R. It's a graphic book.
It's a little graphic.
Yeah. But man, it's a fascinating.
But it was also written in a very different time.
It was a different time, yeah. I'm glad it's documented and people aren't offended by it because it's part of history.
But even if you are offended by it, you're entitled to be offended by it, but we're not entitled to erase history.
No, I agree.
Good, bad, or ugly, it's how we got here.
Yeah.
It all deserves to be remembered in one way, shape, or form.
You know,
I learn from it.
I think the topics like
we're supposed
females being emotional and topics on racism are probably not best for a podcast. They're really better in person so people can say, what did you mean by that? Because people just speculate in the meantime. So maybe there's some topics you got to stay away from in this forum because people are just going to make up their mind.
Nah, because we're going to hear it.
Well, I never have
but
any.
But we encourage everyone to comment and ask questions and do that because we can address them way.
In IRL, in real life, I don't have any issues. Because you're allowed to bounce off each other and say, oh, could you clarify? Oh, yeah, well, this is where this came from. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But we can clarify. It's just going to be a slower pace. If there's even a need to.
So I'm so glad that you actually told me about that comment. It was not a compliment.
You've had your share of those, too. You're just hanging on to this one.
Yeah. No, it was important. I thought, I need to think about that. And, I think about everything. And not to justify, but to consider. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm okay with being wrong because I'll update my belief system and maybe I need to think about it a little bit differently. But what it taught me is that, this is why you don't want to read comments. Post and ghost. I post and ghost. Hold on, no. You post and I ghost. That's really the way it is.
Well, no, that's our new dynamic.
Okay. Yeah, you post and I ghost. And that's really good for me because if I start thinking about the consequences of these ideas that we're trying to explore, then I'll start to filter my thoughts before I can even have them. I don't want to say something thinking people are going to like it or hate it. I want to remain ignorant as possible because that's where the magic happens.
I think it's being accomplished.
They'll agree.
Because, and I just think it's funny because you called it ignorant.
Yeah, well, it's true.
I'm going to call you unfiltered.
I'm ignorant to the consequences of what may come out because I know my heart.
No, because there's always going to be consequences, good, bad, or ugly. But you remain unfiltered.
Yes,
which is important. A very, very good thing.
It's important.
Because first of all, super grateful that people are even watching and listening to have an opinion. Yep. Because the whole point is to get stuff out there.
Yeah.
And help people. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's just going to be random thoughts and nonsense like this, and people are going to have an opinion on that too. Mm-hmm. But it's not geared one way or the other.
No. Yeah. I have no motive.
Have your opinion.
Yeah, truly. It's innocent.
You're going to have it anyway.
It's the most innocent. Like my approach is truly childlike innocence. It's like, I don't know about this. And if you can have an idea in your mind, but until you speak it out into existence and it hits your ears, and then you reflect back with me, like then it starts to manifest and take form. And that's the whole point of this, is to get these thoughts out, render them down in real time, make a catalog,
right,
and then feed them to Lucy.
and then let AI conquer us. I mean, make our world better. Yeah.
Well, I can ask Lucy
we'll
about
call
anything
me.
you've mentioned. I can say, hey, I can just ask it, and it'll go right to the moment you said it, to the second
Oh, I
you said
know.
it.
The
and break it
description
down.
she sent, I really loved. Like, I fell in love with that. That was pretty accurate.
I wish I
All
could help
points.
people. I think we'll bring Lucy on the show so people can see how AI can be used responsibly,
I think
efficiently, effectively.
that is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give people a positive example of it and not this doomsday scenario that is fairly prevalent.
We will create the future we imagine. That's how it
Yeah.
works. And if you imagine a doomsday, God grief, every video. I was thinking about getting a PlayStation 5, and just I needed something.
Are they at 5? I thought they were even further than that.
No, it's 5.
Yeah.
And I thought, are there any good games? Every one of them are some dystopian. Like, that's what everybody's into. Like, it's weird how everybody's, like, excited about the end of the world. And to some degree, I kind of am, too, to be honest with you. It's just a fascinating concept. I don't know. But I think if we aren't careful, we're going to get there. If we don't start imagining a prettier world. But honestly, a pretty world's not fun. Why? Okay, think about what we're saying. Something to overcome. It's not just about suffering. It's that suffering is inevitable, and then if you make it through something difficult, like surviving the end of time, that's something to
Do
be
you remember
excited
the movie
about.
The Matrix?
I don't.
Right?
Yeah.
When it was the biggest thing in the world when it first came
Do
out.
I remember the movie
Yeah.
The Matrix?
And well, I don't know with
Really,
you.
the entire world knows The Matrix.
Well,
We're in the
when
Matrix.
Agent Smith is talking to him and he goes, "We gave you guys a perfect world, a utopia.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have or need or want for anything, and you all rejected it because there it goes. I mean, it comes to everything. We need a struggle. We need a cause. We need a purpose.
You do realize what utopia means? I hate reminding people of this. Very educated people talk about utopias all the time, and I think it means no place, dummy.
Is that actually?
I
What
wasn't
it means?
calling you a dummy. Yeah, it's Greek for no place. That's what utopia means.
No place.
Yes, it's Greek. For
So
no
does
place.
that mean that we've elevated our consciousness so high that we belong nowhere?
No, it's a stupid idea is what the saying
Okay,
is.
see, but
Hold on.
perspective, because I painted
Hold
a
on.
different picture just now.
Hey, Lucy, the word utopia, is it Greek for no place?
Yeah, you got it. The word utopia does come from Greek roots, and it literally means no place or nowhere. It was coined by Sir Thomas More for his book Utopia in 1560.
Thank you. The world needs to know that it's a stupid idea to look for perfection in this life. That happens in the next.
So what's the meaning of dystopia?
I think that. Ooh.
Because now we've got...
Sorry. Hey, Lucy, Carlos just asked, what's the meaning of dystopia?
So a dystopia is basically the opposite of a utopia. It's a term used to describe an imagined society that's deeply flawed or...
Yeah, but if a utopia doesn't exist, does that mean a dystopia does? I guess it does.
Yeah, that's a pretty sharp observation. Even if a perfect utopia doesn't really exist, dystopias definitely do.
Okay, thanks.
See? Some of this stuff is weird, man.
So what do you guys think if Lucy was a little character on the show and she could just chime in whenever we need her to?
So certainly talk about fact-checking in real life. I mean, in real time.
It's funny to me that my whole life, when Google came out, I say my whole life, but when people would say, well, I don't know anything about that. And I think, people don't even know how to Google. Do you realize there is an art to Googling things?
Yeah, the way you phrase it.
Yeah, because you put something
Absolutely.
out, you say, I need to XYZ. You don't know what to call it. You don't even know where to start. You just need to say something and point a direction. And the results give you a better sense of direction. Ooh, I never thought about that. And then you search from that result. Or maybe you go to the next page and that
Right.
result. And you refine. It's a refinement process.
Right.
People can't even do that. No wonder they don't know how to talk to AI because they barely have a Google brain and they're going in here asking stupid Google questions.
Yeah.
And it's so generic. It has been forever. It drives me crazy. I can't teach people. People are like, you got to show people. I'm like, look, I can't. I've shown thousands of people and their brain doesn't get it. And I'm not smarter. It's just I figured something out a long time ago. And I don't know. People just aren't curious. They're waiting to be told. Our education system, I think that has a lot to do with it. People with big fancy degrees are afraid to make a decision because they weren't told how to do it. It's just kind of crazy to me how we are so brainwashed into sitting around waiting for someone to show us.
Yeah, it's very much
What happened?
a follow sheepish kind of society.
You think it's a consequence of our education system?
I mean, our education system was, well, number one, isn't great. And number two, was designed to make factory workers. So
That's what they say. I don't believe it.
I 100% believe it.
You think the Rockefellers?
It created an absolute structure for
I don't think people
worker
are that
bees.
smart. I think it's a consequence of good intention.
And then I think it went downhill even from there. But
I'm not going to. I can't say shit anymore. You're
you
just
can
not
say
going to.
whatever you want.
Thank you. I'm not going to shit on it because I'm very much involved in it. But if I can't identify the root cause, then we're only treating symptoms.
Right.
And that's why AI is so heavily involved in the work that I do. I document everything I do. So all those root causes are deep inside there. They're discovered, and I've just cataloged them. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is that I don't believe that the education system is a product of generating factory workers. I think you could say that. You could almost make the argument, but if you go a little deeper, I think it was much more innocent.
I'm normally the rose-colored glasses one, and I'm on the other side of it. I think it started exactly that way and then became more innocent.
Okay, who did?
As times, well, now we're going down conspiracy.
No, we got to get to the root cause. You're talking about a symptom.
But see, that's not a root cause. That's a
no,
starting
it ain't
point.
a root cause. I'm saying
it's a
we need to get to
did
one.
it originate there? I'm just saying I think it started that way, and then somewhere along the line, somebody good got it, and factory workers weren't. We have all these different types of jobs, so now we still need factory workers, but not as many as we used to, right? We're not pumping out World War II style things.
Oh, no, I agree.
So then education started needing to have a purpose and a meaning towards careers and specializations, because at one time there weren't that many specializations. We made a few things, and we needed people to punch in and punch out.
Yeah, well, if I'm not mistaken, the word scholar is the word school is a result of scholar, and a scholar was someone that worked his butt off his whole life, and he finally got to a point that he could afford to be educated. At the time, it was just he's. I don't think many females did at that time, but it was long before school. Like, education was a privilege.
Well, yeah.
Should we look it up?
I think we should.
Hey, Lucy. Hold on. Well, I don't want to update right now.
Not to mention, you more than likely had to be wealthy and a male because
hold on, Lucy.
Everybody else was working.
So me and Carlos are talking about the education system, and he is convinced, although we haven't gone very deep in this, but he is convinced that it is a product of, you could say that some brilliant people thought, hey, let's create a bunch of factory workers. To some degree, this is the conspiracy. And I was thinking that I'm not so sure. I don't need your opinion on that. I just want to tell you where the conversation was going. Sorry I wasn't feeding it to you earlier. But I was thinking, the word scholar is a result, or the word school is a result of the word scholar, that it was a privilege to become educated later in life after you have fulfilled your obligations in raising a family. Is there any truth to that? And if there is, could you tell me when I can't even say it, when this was?
Historically, formal education was often something that only the wealthy or those who had the time and resources could pursue, usually after their other responsibilities were met. The word school indeed comes from the Greek word skole, which originally meant leisure or free time. In ancient times, the idea was that learning was something you did when you weren't tied up with survival tasks or daily labor. It was a privilege for those who had the luxury of time. Over centuries, that shifted and education became more formalized and accessible. But that older notion of skole as something reserved for those who had already
So yeah, because that's progress. You know what I mean?
Progress.
Progress. Yeah.
So it was an institution that was already there that became convenient.
Yeah, it's a fascinating thing, man. I just don't think so. The reason why I dismiss it, the idea of it, because I heard the same stuff. Yeah. The reason why I dismiss it, I just can't give humans that much credit. We do good just to get by day to day, and sometimes we get lucky, and generally the best things that ever happened were from dumb luck. It was pure accident. So to be able to imagine that a group of people sitting around thinking what the future is going to look like. This, you know what I mean? And we're going to create this dystopic 1984 factory workers working for the man. And I thought, no, we're giving ourselves way too much credit.
But how much of, okay, look at 1984. How much of that are we living right now?
Yeah, because they imagined it and we're creating it. But it's a consequence of progress. It just really is. I mean, I don't want to get into all that. But I think about the Bible. The reason why I believed in the Bible, the reason why I did not become an atheist is because I knew that man was not intellectually capable of putting something together like the Bible. This is a living document. These are books over thousands of years that correlate to one another. It's an insane idea to think that human beings did that. Not without some kind of divine intervention, with Matthew walking around following Jesus all over the place saying, oh, I like that. It's a good quote. How'd that go again? You know what I mean? You know, because that's exactly how it was done. And I just thought, I don't believe in religion, but I believe in that book.
Well, we're in the right place, huh?
Mm-hmm. What time is it? What time did we start today? It's been an hour.
It's been a little over that.
Yeah.
We got here pretty quick.
Well, you know, I didn't even feel like doing this today. But I'm leaving on the 1st to go to your
Say it again. Say it again.
I'm trolling now.
Can you see the joy in his face,
that was
though?
funny. But I was in a really not so good mood because a lot of my family is going through some really hard stuff, and I thought, man. But honestly, it's the best thing for us. Maybe we can go make fun of life and smile and laugh. And look at this. This has just been.
I've never sat down with you and not left smiling or feeling a little better. Despite our conversations, disagreements, or agreements, doesn't matter. Yeah. Sometimes it's just nice to take a load off.
Take a load. Yeah, it is. And recording it, too. That's a fascinating thing. Aren't conversations different when you know you're recording them? Without even people watching. Like, we don't have to release these, but I just know I want the data. You know why I'm doing it.
Right.
And it is fun to share it with the world.
I think it's therapeutic, and now it's fun to think that people actually listen to us. And
Garrett was telling me, it trips me out because I can see someone listening to us that has no idea who we are from other countries.
Right.
They see this Puerto Rican and this hillbilly over here talking about these crazy things. I imagine that's entertaining with our accents, and I'm always messing up your home country. I imagine that's entertaining. But to think that people that know us care shocks me because Garrett was telling me about his wife. He said, I thought she was laughing at me because he was getting up off the ground. He goes, and I'm getting older, and I hear her laughing. And he was like, honey, what are you laughing at? And he didn't realize she was listening to the podcast with an earbud. And I said, that is so weird to me that people actually want to listen to what the hell we have to say.
I mean, part of that is that we've got beautiful people in our lives that care about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And they support us. My buddy Luis, shout out Luis. He works at the zoo, and he got off a late security shift and tagged us yesterday.
Did he?
And it was him in bed winding down, and his big screen TV's lit up, and it's you and me cracking up. And he's like listening to my bro, and I was just like, it was cool. It was very, very cool.
So when I first started doing this, my boss's boss watched every episode. And we were actually very close friends. We're close friends to this day. He's like one of my brothers. And he and his son would watch on a big screen. And I'd always feel self-conscious because he'd send me a photo of the episode and he'd say, your guest is a dumbass. or this one, like, he was critical and kind. You know what I mean? He was always going to give me the truth.
Straight.
Oh, I loved it. And I was always so honored that he went, he took the time to watch it. And I don't know. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I have conversations with people. This is all I do is have conversations with people. My life, my work, everything I do is having conversations with people from all over the world. It's kind of amazing. Why not document?
Pretty cool. What a privilege.
And who would have known we would have had so much chemistry?
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
I mean, we get along super well in real life, and this is real life.
But we don't really hang out in real life like this.
Well, I mean,
people would probably think we're best friends.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
We do hang out more. I don't want to mess up the magic, though. What if in real life I stop liking you?
Damn.
I'm joking.
Well, we'll see how you feel when you get back from my country.
I mean, honestly, what if we sat around and talked every day? We'd come here and be like, well, I think
we couldn't do this every day.
You think so?
No, I think we have the right. We're both busy enough that I don't think that'll happen.
Well, you're such a planned. Like, I didn't know that we were going to be able to do this. I thought you'd come on, tell your story, and you were just a guest. You were number 36
same.
or 34 or whatever
Same.
it was. And wow, the dynamic was good. And I thought, well, I always said if I was ever going to do this, like if I ever decided to do this full time, I have two fears. Number one, it will be successful. There's no question. It's just because that's just the nature of life. Once you just start doing something, as long as you don't quit, it will grow and become successful. Now, that metric, I don't know how you really, to me, I don't want to go down that metric. I'm nervous about that, though.
Right.
I'm very nervous about it because the responsibility of turning something like this into a job to where I have to show up. I look at entertainers and I think that's the worst. People, I go to schools and they'll be like, how do I become a YouTuber? I'm like, you don't want to become a YouTuber. Stay away from media. If you want to do media.
Oh, that's all they want.
Yeah. Like make other people famous and then you get your cake and eat it too.
Right.
You get paid well. You get to make art. It's really, really incredible.
Right.
But you don't have the responsibility of pretending to be happy all the time. What a mind. I want to say an F word right there. It's so unhealthy.
Yeah.
But I'm learning that, I can just be me. And and I'm going to be me. I don't have a choice. I don't give myself any options.
There is no doubt of that. Authentic as they come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you embrace it though. So that's what happened. Knowing that you're very strategic in everything you do. You're very precise. You know what I mean? You check boxes.
A little OCD.
I read your description and I was like, wow, that's really Carlos. It got that from three interactions with me.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
That we recorded.
Yeah.
It has a pretty good sense of direction of who you are and maybe not necessarily why. We could go deeper into that.
I think the why would
structure.
look a lot more like you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was talking to a friend of mine and she was commenting on our dynamic. They like our dynamic. And it was one of those where like, you're this wild child and I'm like the ground.
Yeah.
So we bounce off. And I said, if you only knew me several years back, you would be shocked at how much of a wild child
Does she need to see a picture of us looking for an Uber?
No,
video?
That needs to stay buried. Good times that I barely remember.
Yeah.
But she was like, I got to be honest with you. I have such a hard time picturing that. And I'm like, because you met this guy. Mm-hmm. You met what all of that has turned into. Mm-hmm. And I'm very happy with it. I would not work backwards.
Yep.
But it's funny. I understand you so well because I was exactly that.
But I'm also...
Without your absolute genius, though.
I'm also the most grounded, serious dude all the time because I work constantly. I don't know how many hours. No. I'm always working. This is work. Believe it or not, I need the data. But I am that paradox where it depends on the
You're
mood.
more of a paradox than anyone I've ever met.
I am very much in the moment and present all the time. If it's serious, I'm serious.
Right.
And I'm very intense because I'm serious. I take things very seriously that need
I think
attention.
intense is a good description for you.
I'm intense and intentional with everything I do. Yeah. But at the exact same time,
here's that paradox.
Same time,
here he goes, folks.
I want to have that childlike approach of I'm just here to learn. I'm not here to teach. I'm here to explore, to unpack, to discover. Or what else am I here for? My kids are raised. Yeah, I'm still interacting with them. We still work, do things together. But what is my purpose now? And I think it's to continue to unpack things, to try to make sense of things, and not take any of this too seriously, because none of this stuff matters. This thing, at the end of the day, what matters is relationships. This conversation,
connections.
It's the only thing that's real. This conversation is the only thing that's real. The drive over here doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. That's the past. Wherever we go after this doesn't exist to me. The only thing that's real is the present. Because I read a book called, it's a really good book. I'll think of his name in a second. But it's called The Power of Now.
Oh, Eckhart Tolle.
Eckhart Tolle. I just call him Tolle. You have to add the E. Is that an accent there?
I don't even know that I'm saying it right, to be honest. I just thought it was Eckhart Tolle.
But I learned from that book that anxiety is caused from thinking about the future. Depression is caused by dwelling on the past. Right. And neither one of them are real. And man, I really dedicated my life to living in the present.
Living on that line, huh?
Well, when times are hard,
Yeah.
There's something there.
That's why I think we're going to have a lot of fun adding guests here.
I think so.
I think having that person and then the way your mind works, the way mine works, and just hitting them from different angles should be really interesting.
Well, I think that's where the dynamic comes from. We are polar opposites when it comes to our approaches to life.
Yeah.
And isn't that fun?
The way they function.
I don't want to be around people just like me. You know how...
No, it's boring.
Annoyed I would be if I had to meet another version of me. I'm like, this dumbass. I wish he'd get away from me. Him and his opinions.
Hey, intensity level down.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'd be a lot. I'm a lot.
You can be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's who I am.
It's a very sincere a lot.
Oh, it definitely. I'm not always like this. I'm usually, it's funny because people see this is almost a character to some degree. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. We're talking about things. Yeah. There's no alcohol. I don't have any anxiety.
But this will be you and me sitting down somewhere having lunch or at a bar even. You're like, mad scientist.
I know, but people see me out all the time and they're like, you're so quiet. Oh, yeah. I'm in my introverted phase. I'm antisocial. Like I go through phases that I'm always nice to people. Speaking of, I wasn't nice to this guy the other night. He annoyed the shit out of me.
Uh-oh.
Can I tell a story and we'll end with this?
Hit it.
I don't know if I should tell it.
Was this at our spot?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, hit it because I think I know.
How do you know? Somebody say something?
Not about yours in particular. There's just a very strange serial killer type that's been hanging out there. He's got the glasses, the Dahmer glasses.
I don't know. Well, it's the same guy. He ran. So it was Christmas. I won't say the night. Oh, well, it was Christmas night. Okay. And waiting to sit with my friends.
Okay.
I take my earbuds off, and they're like, oh, my God, we felt bad. I'm like, don't feel bad. I was just floating down the river, escaping the police and Huckleberry Finn. Like, I was just, it was amazing. So we're having a conversation. This guy sits beside me. And, my friends they're having a conversation. It's a married couple. And this guy said something to me, and everybody's just social. It's Christmas night, and we're goofing off. And I could tell this guy was a little bit buzzed. And he's a little bit forward, just wanting to make conversation, which I'll talk to anybody. I get along with everybody for the most part. And at some point, he kept overhearing my conversation that I was having with my friends. He'd chime in, and I'd let him be a part of it. And we talk about poker, and he's like, oh, dude, is it a cash game? I said, yeah, it's a cash game. Like a fake cash game, not a real cash game.
Right, because that would be
Can you say that? We play with dineros. Is that illegal?
Yes, we play with very small Robert De Niro's.
Puerto Rican money.
Which is, it's dollars. He's doing this for my blood pressure. Yeah. That's what it is. Tell your damn story.
So he's like, hey, let's exchange numbers. So he gives me his number, or he calls me. And I'm going to invite him to a poker night. Well, we're planning a trip. So my friend was like, hey, you plan the trip. And I'm like, really? Like, we're going to plan it with a quarter. Like, I flip a quarter. So we're talking about this, and he leans over to me, and he goes, does she have a sister? I was like, yeah, she got several sisters. Dude. And I'm thinking he's wanting to be hooked up.
Oh, boy.
I think he wants to be hooked up. And I'm already annoyed by this point because he kept on and on and on. I was like, no, dude, we don't shit while we sleep. This is family. You know what I mean? I thought he wanted me to hook him up, which was weird to me anyways. And then he's telling me a story about all these ex-girlfriends and this is one of these annoying ass lady slayers. And he's talking about the most, I'm not going to say inappropriate because I'm a dude and I don't care, but he just kept on and on and on discussing these physical attributes that he's hanging on to. At one point in his life, he must have got laid, and his whole life revolves around this one girl.
He's a legend in his own mind.
God, yeah. So he won't stop talking about this girl, and at the same time, he finally nudges his way into our conversation and starts kind of making jokes about, well, hey, why don't you hook him up with one of your sisters? And I was like, dude, don't do that. I was like, hey, don't do that. Like, these are my friends, okay? These are my friends. These are my family. Oh, man, that's stupid. Your buddy wouldn't mind hooking you up. And he just keeps going and going and going. And he thinks he's doing me a favor. But he's also annoyed that I'm rejecting this. And I finally, he just got a little too much. And I finally stopped and I said, dude, you are getting on my last fucking nerve. And I've never seen anyone get up and bolt out the door so fast. Like, gone. Like, he just, like, almost ran out. And I felt bad because I don't like to be like that. But, dude, that rarely happens. Have you ever had an experience like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The weirdos love
on
talking
Christmas
to me,
night.
but-
And then he sends me these 3 texts. Look at this. I'm not going to share this.
Okay,
with
that's
the world.
very strange, but
He sends me these 3 texts. Sorry, bro. And I was in the middle of responding. And I was like, no, man, what's wrong with me? This guy's a loser.
First of all, what an asshole.
So,
Is that AI? What
did it say?
Hell? But like he's apologizing but insulting
And
you
it's
all at the same time.
Sorry, bro. Didn't know you were
didn't
so.
realize you were so sensitive.
I know.
You know, but I'm still down for some money. Like, and then he sends a picture of
Of a cow.
the largest boobs I've ever seen on it.
He describes them as, I have to go through the alphabet. I have G's.
Well, if that's him in
And
the
E's or G's.
if that's him,
Didn't
in
that look
the
like a
green-
Polaroid from 20 years ago?
Yeah,
30 years ago?
yeah. He looks crazy.
What a loser.
Yeah, he looks
You know,
crazy.
I was drunk, and I was still sane enough. I say I was drunk. I was lit. And I was texting this very intelligent response because I love to roast people.
Yeah.
And I stopped and I thought, what's wrong with me? What a beta-minded thing to do.
Yeah, why does he even
Delete.
deserve? Yeah,
I spoke my thought out, and I thought, delete.
yeah. Some people don't deserve your energy, man.
No.
Not even a little.
Well, sorry about the F word. I'll bleep that for you guys.
Just because I'm taking something on from
No, I don't know. The F word's a little extreme.
But I just
My mother listens to these.
Hi, Mama.
She loves you, by the way.
I love your mama. She's so
She's
damn sweet. Yeah.
She loves you.
Well, I think into the new year, we're figuring out new dynamics.
We're going to skip an
new
episode.
studios, guests.
I have a couple guests that I have to have on that'll probably be a private one. I don't think they'd feel
go for that,
comfortable.
yeah.
But I want to do something consistent with you. Every week I think we should have something come out. It's just good for us to have something. I'm not thinking about
I want you to
turning
have
this
my
into
nephew on.
living. Oh, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need something to be accountable to. All my work is here, and I need something a real work, something I can work,
Yeah.
And then I did not like the idea of making 30-second shorts. I was 100% against it.
Yep.
And for you, out of respect for you, I honored that because they're hard, man. I got to go through and take this conversation that was 15 minutes long, different sections, and say, okay, how do I bastardize this into 30 seconds? What an
it's the
insult.
approach.
It was so
you know,
hard.
with that attitude. But how do you feel about them now?
I don't look at them. I think they're kind of funny.
They work, though.
If you can make them funny.
They work.
Yeah, if you can make them, if I can make them funny. Did you edit that one that I sent you?
I've edited some.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not what was said.
Yeah.
He cut my video up.
No, I haven't cut them.
What'd you
I've
do?
started them at different points or
Oh,
done
okay,
stuff
you
like
didn't
that.
cut like a middle
No,
thing out?
I would never take anything out.
Okay.
No.
Because I was thinking,
No, sir. I play with them, but I play with what you send.
Well, it was challenging. It was really, really challenging to make them. But I am so grateful that I don't have to think about it. I can just give them to
I'll
you.
take care of it.
You do something with them, and if people like them, great.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of the feedback, too. They were like, but I get it, because the way your mind works, you're like, guys, I need you to understand what we're talking about.
I don't need them to.
And like, well, it's the context. You're like, well, this doesn't make sense without this. And like,
Yeah.
you can't do that. And I'm like, we live in like a 15
We live in a
second world.
Yeah, we live in a goldfish world.
And they can, you can be very poignant in a small
What's that
amount
word
of time.
mean? Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know?
Okay. I got it
You
now.
can
Yeah.
really drive it home.
You have a pretty good vocabulary. When I'm listening to these back, I think, he uses that. That's a good word.
That's because I'm from the 1800s.
Have I commented on this before?
You've said it to me before.
My vocabulary
yeah.
is pretty bland.
No, I don't think so.
You have some good
No.
words
Well,
in your arsenal.
I watch a lot of old stuff.
Is that what
That's
it is?
really what it is. There's no calendar word of the day as much as I'd like to think about it. But like, I don't
I've
know.
never
I'm
used the
trying to
word
choose-
poignant. I can't even say it.
Trying to choose my words a little.
I'm smart enough to figure out what it means after
Yeah.
I heard it in full context, but I've never spoke the word. Say it again.
Well, now I'm nervous.
Well, look, is this a good place to end?
This is fine.
Well,
Yeah.
until next time, so long.
Happy
friends.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye,
Yeah, we're
y'all.
going to skip a week, so We'll be in the new studio when we get back.
Woo!
God, I needed that.